Joy Pony. Published by My Little Pony Pasta Wiki, fandom. Before you begin reading, if you have any questions regarding this, do know that there's no real answer. The story. Around 2013 and 2014, I was scrolling through the internet looking for some interesting games. I didn't have the best computer for gaming, but it could run plenty of games without problems. My name's Nikolai and I'm from Russia, and here in Russia many games were popular in the 2010s, especially Counter-Strike and GTA San Andreas. I was casually browsing Google when I stumbled upon a downloadable game called Joy Pony. I went to review what it was about. The description said the game was about taking care of baby ponies, horses. I looked at the pictures. The ponies resembled the ones from My Little Pony. It even had a config file where you could change the skin of the ponies to the actual ponies from the My Little Pony franchise. The player could make the pony be Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, etc. I loved My Little Pony, and I still do, though I barely watch it anymore. Yes, I used to be a brony. I loved the characters, they all seemed cute to me. I watched the cartoon as a kid and fell in love with it afterwards. I quickly found the download link and got the game running. I set my character to be Twilight Sparkle since I liked her a lot. Before I managed to proceed with the game, a warning showed up. It read something in Russian. I read the warning text. It said the game contained some disturbing themes, but I couldn't read further as the text became incomprehensible to read. I proceeded to play the game. Then, a box showed up on my PC screen. There was rain falling. In the box was Twilight as a baby, all dirty and messed up. Her face was obviously crying. The game took Twilight home. I had the option to clean her in the bathroom. I did, and she was clean. She was just a filly. She appeared to be laughing and giggling. The game seemed normal so far, until the crying came. Twilight told me, in the captions below, that she was hungry. I managed to feed her with some carrot and milk. She stopped crying. What a unique game, I told myself. It's highly detailed and the ponies in it look accurate. The entire game was silent. There was no soundtracks, no music, nothing. I had the option to lay the pony down on the bed, which I did. I had a few options. To feed the pony, to scrub it with cloth, to caress, pet it. You had a wide range of options, and that's when I saw two options that left me speechless. You could use a knife to stab the pony or punch it. Why? I thought this was a kid-friendly game, not a game where you slaughter babies. I decided to ignore it, but something has tempted me to choose those buttons and test it on my pony. But when I looked at Twilight's face, she just seemed so calm and relaxed. I really couldn't do it, but something told me to. I could always restart the game and start over. I thought. I couldn't resist anymore and picked the knife option. One cut was the whole trigger for me to stop. Twilight began crying and sobbing hysterically. I yelped and deselected the knife option. I immediately healed the wound and wrapped it up. This wasn't a kid's game, I could feel it. The game even had blood, which was even more disturbing. Looking at the other options, you could give the pony a pill for it to reduce the pain. Seems like I'm able to give drugs to the babies, I thought. Since when did a kid-friendly game include drugs? Something just didn't seem right. I decided to ignore the entire situation and went to work. This game had the option to go working to gain money to get food for the baby. So I was able to get 20 bits. I returned home only to find Twilight on the floor, all dirty. She was crying again. Alas, the crying sounded more realistic than cartoonish. It was like as if it was the sound of a real baby crying. Something just seemed really off about this game. The fact you could cut and punch your baby pony. The fact you could endorse it with drugs via pills. The fact the crying sounded real. All this gave me a bad feeling that Joy Pony wasn't what it seemed to be. This looked more of a prank than a real video game. The entire setting seemed like a joke. I just couldn't figure out what the hell was going on anymore. The game slowly drained my interest in it. I cleaned Twilight frequently and gave her food, then I let her sleep. An hour and so passed from me playing the game. I thought of closing the game, but then, I noticed something. Just as I was about to close the game, I noticed my Twilight didn't move. She was immobile. When I looked at her body on the bed, she didn't breathe. There was text below that told me how much my pony has lived. Great, she's dead, I said to myself, slightly frustrated. I finally closed the godforsaken game and decided to go to the developer's page, where I initially downloaded the game, and wrote him a message. This is what I have sent to him. Hello Mr. Developer, I have played your game, Joy Pony, and I need to ask you, what the fuck have you created? This isn't a wholesome game, this game contains murder and grotesque themes, this isn't cute, this is grimdark. My question is, why would you share this game of yours on the internet? If you made it, at least save it for yourself. Nobody deserves to witness the horror you made. This is fucking lame. If you think this is some funny joke, then it isn't, my friend. You just let dozens of people down who probably downloaded this game hoping it would be all cute and wholesome. I'm giving you 1/10 on this game, utterly pathetic. If you think that killing and torturing babies is funny, you need to pay a visit to the psychiatrist. Sincerely, Nikolai. Almost 1 week later, I got a reply from the creator of Joy Pony via Gmail. In the reply he told me the following. This message was translated from Russian. It's a bit rough, but you can still read it. Hello, Nikolai. I am Exotica VG, the original creator and director of Joy Pony. I'm not in a good mental state right now, but I must apologize for what you have witnessed. This work I made was nothing but a piece of my insanity, something I created when I felt like I was nothing and nobody. Joy Pony wasn't meant to come out like this as a final product. I just wanted to show the others what some games disguised as kid-friendly and wholesome really can be. The game actually reflects on me and how I used to be when I was just an infant. My parents never really took good care of me. My father even wanted to beat me up when I was a baby, just about to turn 1 year old. The whole theme of Joy Pony actually reflects on me when I was just a child. This wasn't meant to be, this was just something which came out of my mentally diseased mind. Now I can't take it back nor alter it. It will stay this way forever. All you saw in this game is just how it was for me when I was a baby. Tell nobody I told you this. It isn't worth talking about something that's now long gone. Sincerely, Exotica VG, creator of Joy Pony. After reading this, a pang of regret hit me. I shouldn't have lashed out on the creator just like that. I never knew he was mentally ill. Joy Pony was actually based off his abusive past. Now I understood everything. The worst part is Joy Pony was never licensed by Hasbro or any other company that's affiliated with MLP, meaning it was a bootleg game. I felt like a sicko for playing it, but I knew I couldn't rewind time. Roman probably felt like shit after creating Joy Pony. He knew he fucked up, but it was all because he was mentally fucked up. A few years later, I'd say it was late 2017, I decided to visit the page where Joy Pony could be downloaded. Surprisingly, it was gone, like if it wasn't even there. Roman must have took it down once he realized what he has done. I don't really blame him. He couldn't stop when he knew he was supposed to. It was a force stronger than him. I never got to know about Roman's whereabouts later on. He probably retired as a game dev and went somewhere else to work, or he just simply avoided going into the public. Whatever it was sure a hard time for him to conclude what he's going to do with his life. Not like his mental illness wasn't treating him good anyway. Moral of the story: never download games that look legit but seem suspicious and weird.